Hi, thank you so much for tuning in to Stay by Plan. If you'd like to advertise or partner with us, contact us at staybyplanpod@gmail.com. That is staybyplanpod@gmail.com. Thank you. Accra be hard, so stress for the yard, but we still go day streets, we for find some meats.
Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the girls, all the boys, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Just a stay by plan with Afi Zuu. All the G's for Accra, shall we do for you? If you also want react, then that be cool. Hashtag stay by plan, shall we do for you? Hi guys, and welcome back once again to your favorite podcast,
Right?
Stay by Plan.
Stay by plan.
Stay by Plan.
Yes, always stay by plan,
Stay by
Charlie.
plan.
So before we start today's episode, once again, thank you guys for listening to all our previous episodes. The support is amazing. Every time we see the numbers, we're like, oh, you guys, wow.
You really believe in us. You really find us interesting.
Yeah, thank you so much. And what else do we usually say? Follow us on social media.
And we always say, please buy our merch,
Buy our
and our
merch.
gibbets and our bags, our tote bags, because we need money.
Yeah, the one that had the light thing in it. Right?
Yeah. Wow, look at that's a good. That's you see supporting us,
you
Charlie.
seeing the stuff. Yeah. So buy
Very good one.
the bags. Follow the social media at Stay by Plan Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and then also on YouTube. Stay by Plan Pod.
Yep.
Yeah. So
So
let's get into it. Yeah.
So today we have a very special guest, very unorthodox guest today. He goes by the name of Frankie. So hi, Frankie.
Hi, stay by plan.
Yes. Hi.
Right?
Yeah,
that's us.
stay by planners.
Yes, stay by planners.
I beg you, I'm joking. Is that what we should call our fans?
The planners. The stay.
I beg you, let's not
You guys,
digress.
if anyone has any ideas, just tell us on the internet.
What
and
you
we'll
want
see.
us to call you?
If it works, we'll just call you guys the planners, whatever.
Yeah, right?
Whatever you decide. Yeah.
So Charlie, Frankie, why are you here? Like, every time we bring someone is because they do something special or they have something special to share. So like,
Okay. Me, I don't know why I'm here. Both of you are just saying someone special. I guess I am actually. So,
okay. So then the question I want to ask you before we even ask you who you are or what you do is, you are like Zuu. Both of you have locks. You, dear, 100% rebel because you have locks, you have piercings, then you also have tattoos. So how is it like when you're walking around the streets of Accra, when you know that a lot of Accra people are very conservative?
you mean both of us?
No, you. That's what Zoo's on there, we know. He has been branding himself as a Ghanaian vegan and he's woke and things, so they'll be understanding for him small.
Already,
Right.
But for you, how is it like?
For me, well, I know 100% that most people don't actually like my appearance. I've had scenarios whereby I just go out to pick up something. I can remember this time I went to pick up something from like a small shop outside where I just rented an Airbnb like that. And the lady saw me coming. I was in a white singlet and some shorts. Oh my God, I love my shorts. So then she saw me with my tattoos on my neck and she was like, please, don't come here.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I'm like, is there a problem? Then she starts speaking the tree, right? Blah, 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 blah. So I had the boat driver with me. I asked him, what's the lady saying? And he was like, the lady said you're a bad person, you're evil, that you shouldn't come to her shop. That you bring negativity to her. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So yeah, I used to worry about that, but not anymore. Like, this is who I am, and whatever you think of me is not my business. You see.
But how long ago was this?
That was like some 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so not
That's
now,
crazy.
yeah.
But like over the years, do you think it's gotten better?
Over the years, it only got better because people just got to understand that this is who he is, and he's probably like this because this is what he does.
So what do you do?
Yeah, now we've come to the question.
Good one. Good
What
one.
do you do?
Okay, so Frankie, that guy is a tattoo artist.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
That's crazy.
That's
so, tattoo
crazy.
artist in Accra.
In this
In
Accra.
Yeah. Accra we
Me,
did.
I need the backstory. So wait,
Mm-hmm.
like, how do you even get to that point? Because it's one first me. I consider tattoo artists. I think most people consider them as proper art because you're literally drawing, and this
Yeah.
one you can't erase. You can't,
Right?
For life, oh.
It's for life.
Yeah, if you
can't
mess somebody up,
Yeah.
that's for life.
So
Mm-hmm.
they're like some of the best artists.
Hmm.
Like, how do you get from, I don't know, from like instead of paper you're drawing on somebody's skin?
Yeah. What's your story?
Skin,
Like, how did you
How do
get here?
there?
Bro, that's some memories. Like, I personally didn't even think I'll become a tattoo artist someday. You get, I was just a regular artist back in art school in Nigeria, and I had a group of friends in the same art school. Like 3 of them were painters, you know, and I was just like a freshman. So I'll always go to them, and we will like make plans of the future, talk about what we want to see ourselves become and where we want to drive our art. So it was more like becoming animators and more like comic strip series kind of artists. That's what we were aiming to be, right? And then there was this other guy that was part of the group. His name is Kelvin. That Kelvin is a fucking hustler. I respect that guy so much. But he was studying music, you see, and the 3 of us were studying fine arts. This guy was studying music. One day he just came up and he was like, "Oh, you know, I'm doing this thing with you know, this henna."
Yeah, henna,
ink,
temporary
yeah.
ink. Yeah.
So because he lived in the northern part of Nigeria,
Okay.
so every time he's coming down to school, like he comes with some stones like that, and this guy he'll turn his room into a lab. You know what he does? Like he'll ground the stones and cook it, like make some paste out of it, and the paste is actually henna. You get, so he makes art with the henna, and he's not even an artist. You get,
Yeah.
he just had an idea that this is what I can do with this, and he makes art out of it and take money from people. And he was like, "But you guys can draw. Can we just build something
Yeah.
and see how far we can take this tattoo thing, like temporary tattoos,
Yeah.
just tattoos that will last for
Like a week or two.
so people will just get them fancy and enjoy them themselves." And we bought the idea, and Kelvin was like, "Okay." So he's the one that will actually go out to people and convince them.
Come and get
and
your henna
tell them,
tattoos.
"Yeah, come and get a henna tattoo. It's very cheap and affordable. And in 1 week, it will go off. In 2 days, it will go off." And
Yeah.
people didn't believe him, but
Yeah.
every time you see he'll do it, and in 1 week, like,
He has
it'll go
changed
off.
it up and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And these other 2 guys that were painters aside me, you know, they made a catalog of random designs, like random designs that we'll just carry around every day and show to people. Bro, like in a space of 3 months, we were popular on campus.
How long ago was this?
So that's way back, 2010, 11.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you get. So we were just popular on campus.
Just doing henna tattoos on
doing
people's
henna
skins.
tattoos. But it's not about just doing the henna tattoos. We're actually adding some lifestyle and some vibe to it.
Yeah.
We'll make like big posters like that about A3 size times 2. Go around the whole school, like paste it everywhere, like we're in your face. If you wake up and you go back to sleep, like you have to see Muse Ink everywhere.
Muse Ink,
that,
okay.
Yeah, that's the name.
What school was this?
This was in Nnamdi Azikiwe University back in Nigeria, in Anambra.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're popular with that, and yeah, that was it for me. I was like, okay, I'm doing temporary tattoos now, and I don't know. I didn't know about permanent tattoos.
Then yeah, you're
Yeah,
just
you get, I was just doing that for fun.
yeah.
And then some other guy, my roommate, actually had a neighbor, and that guy doesn't speak to anybody at all. He's more like a very reserved person, you know. And one time he was like, he was sitting outside, and he saw me, and he was like, "I've been watching you guys do the temporary tattoo things, and you did one for a friend of mine." And he was like, "I want to show you something." And I'm like, "What's that?" And he took me to his room, he showed me on YouTube how to make permanent tattoos. Just a tutorial video. And he was like, you can make permanent art on people and actually make good money out of it, instead of becoming a painter or having to be an animator and
be seeing top
yeah.
of what you're
you
doing.
get. So, and I'm like, okay,
Wow.
I'll think about it. And that was it for me. So
That's
crazy.
very
so, like
crazy.
the first time you tattooed someone like permanently,
Permanent.
were you nervous?
Who was the first person you tattooed? Do you know who the first person was?
Of course, yes. I remember that day was crazy. I didn't even have the
The design.
I had the design.
Yeah.
The guy already told me. You get. So I already sketched out the design. It was an ace like that, but he wanted the ace to be burning in red flames.
Hey, Asemo.
And I'm like, Urimeta, how am I going to do this? I don't even have like the tools.
Yeah.
And there was this guy that comes to school every day, but he's more like he himself is more like a tattoo artist. But he was learning from an Asian guy, and I'm like, okay, let me speak to this guy if I can rent his equipment. Right. And that day I spoke to him, can I rent your equipment? I have this to do, I have that to do. And he's like, okay, I'll try and see what I can do for you. And after like some 30 minutes or so, he came back to me. He's like, he normally wouldn't do this, but he would actually want to risk it for me. So it's like everything was supposed to be. It was meant to be. You understand? So, and he took me back to his hostel, and he showed me he had a box like that. There's this beginner kit that you always have as a tattoo artist with 2 guns in it and just stark needles like that. And he was like, okay, this is the equipment. This is what it looks like. This is where you plug it. This is where you do this, you do that. And he's like, just return it to me when you're done. I just grabbed the bus, sprint, and went to this guy. Just started, like, I didn't have
no
any
outline.
guide. Yeah,
No.
and I only have in the back of my head that this guy told me this is where to plug this is where to plug this. And my friend actually showed me a YouTube video once.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's the only experience I have. Like, complete novice. So I just grabbed
Did you
the machine.
draw it on him first before you started?
Yeah, I used the pen to sketch it on him, on his chest. I bet till today that guy loves the tattoo.
Oh wow.
But myself, if I
when
remember,
you see it, you're like,
if I remember that night, I'm like, bro, I really did something.
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe when he sees my work today, if he's
still following and all that.
Yeah.
He'll be
If he sees
impressed.
my work today, he'll be impressed and he'll be like, okay, maybe it's time for us to cover this thing up. and I'll be very glad to do that for him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So like so from that first experience where you were not really like you didn't have the right tools, you didn't like you just drew it on him and you feel like you could have done better. Like how was the progression like for you to become the artist you are today? Because I've heard about you from other people. Yeah.
You've heard about your name is out there, Charlie. It's on the streets.
Yeah, if it's.
And even how did you even end up doing tattoos in Accra? Because like as you said, you started in
Niger.
Yeah, because I've always wanted Accra to be my base. Yeah, I've always wanted Accra to be the first place I'll ever raise a studio.
Okay.
You understand? Because my mom is from here, right? And I was birthed here as well. So I just left here when I was like a toddler.
Yeah.
Back to Nigeria, and that was it for me.
So when did you move back
Come
to
back,
Accra?
I came back in 2013 after college, and I just paid a visit and I leave. So since then, I just come spend a couple of months and I leave. Spend a couple of months and I leave. I travel from here to Ivory Coast as well. So in between and stuff like that.
So then when did you establish your studio? Which year?
First,
Yeah.
I attempted to have a very small studio like that. I remember a friend actually hooked me up with someone, his uncle actually. It's the studio was somewhere in Teshi.
Oh, that's my area.
Yeah. So it was just small studio like that, very lengthy but
Tiny.
very tiny. Yeah, and it didn't work out for me because I wasn't patient. I felt like I was squeezing myself in a
Small,
matchbox like
yeah.
that. And if you start to feel like that about yourself, it means like nothing good is going to come out. You get that's how I actually think. So I closed down the place and left back to Nigeria. So came back and been going back again. 19, I came back and I just rent Airbnbs like that. I pull up my bench and I work with people.
Ah, nice.
And that. So in 2020, I think in March, I came back here again and I was working with people and the whole coronavirus thing, you get me. Yeah. So my plan initially was that, okay, let me just see what I can make in March, and then I'll come back in maybe June or August and see if I can actually get the space. So we're just here and the guy, the president locked the country, the borders were closed as well, and I'm like, wow.
Makaha,
yeah,
stuck
so
here.
I'm here, and there was no much funds as well, and people were not coming that much as well.
Of course, like, are you leaving your house to go and do it as during COVID?
Yeah,
Like,
and
the police will stop you, ask you where you're going.
So I was like, God, how is this going to happen for me, you know? But I had made some cash, and I was with my girl at that time, and I was like, oh, like, I think we can actually make this happen. She didn't believe me, and I actually believed, and I was like, we can make this happen. And she's like, okay, let's give it a try. So I got an Airbnb as well, and then this guy actually did the 2 weeks, was 2 weeks, like total lockdown. You can't step out and stuff like that. I was pushing the tattoo thing on social media, despite the whole thing that nobody is actually like interested in going out. So people started to sneak out of their house.
Wow.
You get? Because that time, like, boredom, boredom. You can tell now. That time, what were you doing? You just did your house.
Yeah.
You watch movie, or you just look your sister or your neighbors like that.
Nothing to do.
Yeah, that thing could tire you now. So people were sneaking out and coming in. So I was just lucky. My girl and I were just saving up some cash in that time, and after like a month, we got our studio space. Just been building from there, you know.
Okay, so you're like, basically, you're almost, if you're adding your henna days, you're almost like 10 years.
Yeah, almost like 10 years.
I swear, I don't count my henna days. I just because I swear, I'll just take it like those are my early days where I didn't know where I was going, if I was going to be taking it serious or that, but I guess it played a major part of my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, nice story.
Yeah, right.
So how many tattoos do you have?
I was actually thinking you guys were going to ask me this, but the thing is, I've lost count actually.
Oh, okay.
But if you had to guess, like, how many?
Over 15.
Over 15.
Okay.
Have you tattooed yourself before?
Let's ask you that.
Like, have you like done you do your own thing yourself?
Yeah, I've tried that like 3 times. There's this tiger on my leg here. I tried, but it's not complete because the pain was too much.
Yeah, I feel like if you're doing it your own. No, Nams, relax. He's not saying that tattoos are painful.
So I remember this one. I just placed the stencil. I was working with some guy. He had a studio here, so I was more like an apprentice for him. You get, so everybody left, and this guy trusted me so much because I was doing good tattoos for him and making people come back. So he would just hand me over the keys. I started tattooing myself. Like after 20 minutes, I looked and I was like, yeah, it's happening. Okay, let me keep going.
This is the first time you tried tattoo your own
self? That's the first time I tried. So I was just
how many years ago?
That was like about 2016.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So really, like, it's like you're like,
yeah. So I was taking breaks. Normally, it should take maybe some 3 hours to do because I didn't want to put much details. But I was taking breaks every time, and I did that. And then there's this one too on my leg here. I did this. This is very new, but the pain is too much, Charlie.
Yeah, actually, so I've heard that before, that leg tattoos are usually more painful than
other part of the body. Yeah, actually, it depends.
Because I can imagine it, like,
I
feel like if I let's say I take a needle and I prick my leg.
I can't do that to myself.
I feel like it would be more painful on my leg than if
on
I
your
do it
body.
on my
I mean,
arm.
the thigh to some point though, because you have from your groin is very sensitive and all that. So when you're actually tattooing here, you start to feel a bit ticklish and all that. So
sweet pain.
That kind of thing.
Speaking of the groin, what's the weirdest place somebody has asked you to tattoo?
Both female and male.
Yeah.
Crazy though. A guy asked me one time to tattoo his dick. I swear.
But what's the reason?
I'm just going to. I better not speak about that because I was mad when he asked me to do that, and I'm actually blunt. So I told him, why would you ask me to do that for you, even if you're paying me that much? And he's like, that's what he wants.
Hey.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, but pass it on to the next artist. And this guy got like really
Angry.
mad. Yeah.
Wait, what?
But what did he want? What did he
what
want?
tattoo is that?
I can't even remember.
Like you just
Hey.
That thing is
Hey.
is even weird
Was
to
he-
even hear it.
Was he
like,
Ghanaian?
No, it's not Ghanaian. It's some guy like that. I think he was from. Why do I even want to remember this guy? Just forget about this. You know. Yeah, I was. That's how I felt.
That's
about
crazy.
it.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, how
And
about girls?
girls, yeah.
Well, the girls is just every regular tattoo that you can come up online, like pelvic, the back, tramp stamps and stuff like that. Nothing special like
So
that.
nobody has ever asked you to do their down there, girl.
No.
Oh,
I've
okay.
not done that before.
The girls have tried.
That's wild. That's wild.
So then, like, what's the craziest experience in tattooing? Like, has there been a time that you were tattooing somebody like Nams? I know that if you go and tattoo Nams, you'll move. Then you make a mistake.
Yeah, also
So has that happened to you
Yeah,
before?
it
Where the
does.
person just moves?
Yeah, it does. It does happen to me sometimes, and I think that's
Wow.
where I started to like build myself more to talk to my canvases to actually be still for me.
Talk to my canvases. That's so deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like I talk to them to be still and allow me to work because I can actually like lose my cool
Yeah.
when I'm trying to do something nice for you and you're just like a shaky canvas on the bench. You see, so yeah. And most people know me for that. Though when they're like, "Oh, this guy's going to tattoo you. Please don't
go and redo yourself,
because
like-
he doesn't have patience for that." So,
And the funny thing is, if let's say they move and you make a mistake,
Bro.
bro, go and say, "Oh,
Frankie.
He did.
he did it."
Yeah, they will never
See
tell
that?
their friends
Yeah.
or
That they were
anybody
moving
that they
there.
were
Yeah, they
moving.
were moving.
You get so if a good tattoo comes out from the tattoo shop and it looks very rough
Yeah.
and not nice, you take all the blame. I swear, that's the worst part of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Take all
you
the
you
blame.
ca- it'll come right back
It
to you.
makes sense.
So has that happened to you before where you like had to like you made a whole line that was like a
I've-
mistake?
I've done that twice.
Wow.
I've actually done some errors on people.
And it's because they were moving too much.
Yeah, one because we're moving too much. Two because I just get like really really uncomfortable with that, and the thing just wears down on my mind, and I just start to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's something that has to do with the mind as well. It's mind
You
and
have to be
hand
focused,
coordination.
yeah.
So it's like they're kind of like making you a bit anxious now. So it's like
Yeah,
you
so
can't
you
focus
just
properly.
start to make errors like that. But yeah,
Wow, that's
Has
crazy.
anybody cried before?
people cry.
All the
People
time.
cry.
Do men cry too? No, I know this sounds like a
I've
very
had
like
a-
what's it,
I've
what
had
is
a
it,
guy-
misogynist
I've had
or
a
what do you
whole
call it?
guy cry. Yeah, cry and shake and sweat.
Yeah.
He's sweating and shaking like that. I was tattooing his chest, and I'm like, bro, but you can just tell me to take a break,
Yeah.
and you can sit and drink some water and all
Relax
that. Just relax. But this guy, no, finish it. And I'm like, okay, but if I have to finish it, at least stop with all this drama you get.
Yeah, it's really
so-
dramatic.
Yeah, sometimes it can just get intense like that.
Yeah. And sorry, I want to ask a question about pain. You know how like they always say like women are always even recently like I was bashing Zuu that like what do men know about pain? But like someone wrote something really like smart that like but some guys also have sickle cell, so they'll go through that pain.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that's an aside. Like, do you think women canvases are like more tolerant to the pain as compared to men?
I'll tattoo women every day, all day.
Yeah.
Women are less. They are able to.
Their pain tolerance for their pain tolerance is so on point. Sometimes you get why, because I don't know how they are built, but these people are ready to sit there for you to on them. You get even
Yeah.
when the pain is too much, they try their
Yeah.
best to hold it back.
Hmm.
But the guys, yeah, sometimes the guys are weak, but the women all day. You get
I mean, I've said this, I've had this conversation before. That there's some guys who have literally never really felt pain in their life before. Like if
Yeah.
you're someone who, let's say when you're younger, you didn't really like do rough play and you didn't like. Because me when I was younger, I broke my my wrist. I dislocated my elbow. It's like I felt pain before, you know. But
What was Zuu doing? What was Zuu doing for something like that to happen?
How
What
did that
happened? How
happen,
did that
though?
happen?
Oh, I was only the wrist one. I was 6 or 7. I was playing with my friends on the swing. I jumped, landed on my wrist. I just said, "Bah." I said, "Hey!"
The plastic.
Yeah, I just started crying.
Oh my god! And the other one.
The other one, I was wrestling with my friend. Shout out to Jones. And then he speared me. And then like I kind of tried to like brace my fall, and then my elbow just went inside.
You see, I've always wondered why Zuu was like a calm person, but it's like you've
things
burned out yourself.
Those are the things that changed me, yeah, honestly, because those were very painful. But yeah, so like I was saying, a lot of men, if you haven't experienced those types of things, you've never really felt
like what pain, like
before, you know. So maybe a tattoo be the first time you're feeling pain.
It's like wow,
It's like,
Charlie.
oh my god, like I've never experienced this before. But like you said, for women, you know, having like cramps and all these things, you felt pain before, so it'll be easier to manage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
that's crazy.
And real quick, have you ever like started a tattoo and someone's like, you know, it's cool.
Never mind, I won't do it again.
I will not do it again.
I won't do it again. I'll come back another day, or you never mind.
I have this one guy that I never forget. Why I don't even forget the guy is because he gave me a very nice tattoo idea, and the way he was speaking positively about the thing, I was hoping to smash this tattoo, and this guy sits on the bench after placing the stencil, and I pull a line, and he's like, no, I didn't expect the pain. I'm like, okay, so what do you want us to do? Do you want us to continue? He's like, okay, I should give him 5 minutes. And 5 minutes, my guy picks his shirt and everything, walks out the door, and that is it for him till today.
He never came back.
I don't even know.
I won't do it again.
See, I can't.
I won't do it again.
So yeah, I've had someone like that once.
And that's crazy. Yeah, because I have a friend who was doing like she was doing a thigh tattoo, and then
so
she was doing a thigh tattoo, and
were you there with her?
No. She told me about. She did it in Greece, so she did it's supposed to be like a hoop around the thigh. So she did the outer part. She was supposed to go back the next day. She said, I can't. So it's just like a half. It's a half hoop.
But honestly,
so you've seen it. You've seen her
her
thigh. She showed it to you.
Yeah, I've seen it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. Hey.
She wants to insinuate something.
You see how these are things that Zuu does, and everybody thinks I'm a bad person. I'm just clarifying.
Yeah. Go on, but I feel you had a question.
I had a question. It would be my favorite question. So, like, how has your family and friends, like, especially your family, like your parents and everything, how did they take the fact that Frankie has come home to say, okay, you know, this is what I want to do, be a tattoo artist and be allowing people to be rebels in the society?
How am I even supposed to answer that? You know, like, for sure. African parents, they will never accept you for doing something that looks out of your culture.
Yeah.
When they see you and your rebel attitude, they're like, this one is done. You get?
Yeah.
So for me, with my dad, he wasn't cool with that. And we've had our bad times. I kept pushing. I didn't look back. I don't regret any of my actions, actually deciding to be a tattoo artist. You get? But he just began to understand that this is who I am, and this is what I feel like I can do in this life to actually impact people and also like be a better version of myself. My mom, that one, God bless that woman though. I never get to spend much time with my mom.
Yeah.
So the very first time she saw me with the tattoo, that was my first tattoo. This one.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, this one. Okay, I just do that thing on paper, and I asked a friend of mine to ink that on me. Yeah, because he was the first guy that trusted me to actually have me in his shop to tattoo. So when my mom saw me with that, she wept, like she cried. She cried. She was very bitter, like very sad.
Like, wow, you
That's
do
exactly
this.
what my mother
She was like, I didn't give birth to you like this.
Same.
Why do you have this on you?
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? It's just a tattoo.
Yeah.
You get? And this
Just
is what
a
I do.
tattoo?
Yeah, just a tattoo. And this is, she felt she was really bad. I was sad after I saw her like that.
Yeah.
But then it didn't stop me. a week after I came back with this tattoo.
Hey, God.
Usum cry na me anymore.
It's like, yeah,
This is like a real version of Usum cry na me anymore.
What's that
That
supposed
means
to
that when
mean?
you're crying, I'll do it more.
Yeah, that's what it would be. There's nothing stopping that. So a week after I came home with another tattoo, and she's like, "You're never going to stop." I'm like, "If you cry again, I'll come back with more." And
Then she was really crying.
yeah. So I think the only time my mom was like very cool with me and my tattoos is I actually sometime in 2016 I just told her that, look, man, I'm okay with you and having to complain about my looks and how I appear to you, okay, but if you can just accept me for who I am a tattoo artist and I don't care about anybody's opinion about it, so it's up to you now to accept me or not. Yeah, so she was mad, and I was like, well, you can't be mad for forever because I am the tattoo artist and this is who I am.
Yeah.
There's nothing that is going to change it. You either accept me or you don't. So what side are you on?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't cool with my dad at that time, and I'm like, if you want to be with him as well, no problem. I can actually be
On my own.
independent,
Yeah.
and I'll never regret any of my actions. And she's like, okay, come to you, like, do whatever you want. And I'm like, okay, fine. And that's it. So since then, she doesn't have issues with me and tattoos. And then I keep coming home with new tattoos, new tattoos, and she was like, every time I have to see her, like, she sees a new tattoo on me, and
So she's kind of like, just like, you know what, she's tolerating. It's not like she's excited about it,
she's
but
not
like
excited.
she's just tolerating it.
And I spoke to her on the phone about a week ago. A week ago. I spoke to her on the phone, and this woman just told me to, first of all, get rid of my hair, and I should stop doing more tattoos on myself. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Hey, Charlie.
Like, what is wrong with
This
you?
is the first time somebody has come on our podcast and then like they are in an, we always ask people like this question and then they're like, oh, my parents were upset, but as time went on and they saw what I was doing there. But yours is like, you're still in the thick of it.
She's human, you know.
Yeah, you're
She's
still in the
human.
thick of it, of them not really like being
she's
100%.
She's human, and she can actually feel. She's my mom is very emotional. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know what she sees in me or how she pictured me to be. Why that's why she can never get that thoughts off her head.
So do you feel like they're more upset about you being a tattoo artist or you having tattoos?
Ah. When Nikita has just come in, she's making noise.
Making noise in the studio.
Someone who
So
has
you have
come
to-
late.
You have to change.
Still
Hey.
making noise, we'll sack you.
Hey.
So please continue,
Relax.
yeah.
Yeah. So do you think they're more upset about you being a tattoo artist or you having tattoos?
Or both.
The both of them.
The
are
both of
upset. The both of them.
Yeah.
I know 100%.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings?
I do.
Are they okay with it? Are they chill?
2 are okay. The other 2, I don't know,
Ah, okay.
because it's been some years since I actually like being close with them. So that I don't even stress about that anymore.
But like on the upside, you have like friends who are like supportive, like you meet new people who are like, you know, like this is, you've done something crazy, like, or you do a tattoo for someone and they're like, yo, thank you so much, like this has helped with my confidence or whatever, stuff like that.
Yeah, I have clients that actually appreciate their tattoo after it's done. But I don't have like friends like really close people, because I'm more like a very reserved person and don't.
I have a
really
friend
like
for you, this one. He's
Yeah.
good vibes.
like that, man.
But don't ink him too much. It's from an Ewe house. Ewe, they don't allow this.
Oh yeah, my mom is aware.
Makes sense.
So yeah,
There's honestly
yeah,
the same
positive
thing.
vibes. You know?
Yeah. Same thing will happen if I start tattooing myself. Oh.
Yeah.
It's over
gonna
for
be
you.
Crazy.
Alright.
Because like when I'm watching football, you know, like a lot of footballers have tattoos, like the whole
Yeah.
sleeve and thing. She's like, she's just like, why are they doing this? Why? I'm just like,
Yeah.
like,
Side eye.
you know.
And do you think?
there's a good side to it though?
Yeah, I was about to ask. Do you think tattoos are for everyone? Has there been a situation where someone has come and you're like, you know what? I don't think you're ready. Go and come back another time. Or
Yeah.
Charlie, it's about the money. So Charlie, whether you're ready or
Yeah.
not, we are going in.
Yeah. Most times, for me, yes. I'm always ready to walk people out the door to allow you to go and come back.
Oh, that's deep.
Because is first of all, you need to understand, like, deciding to get a tattoo is a spontaneous decision.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
It's not something that you plan. No matter how long you tell yourself, I've been planning it for 5 years. It's a lie.
It's true, because the day you finally say
The day
yes.
you finally decide, that's the day you want to get a tattoo done. You get? So if you come to the studio and you come and tell me, I want this, but I don't know, I want this small, I want this in it, I want A and this, and I'm like, hold on.
Go and sleep on it and come back.
Go and think of it and come back. Some people will get mad, but that
It's like,
doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'll give you something that you get to live with.
Yeah,
all
for the
your
rest
life.
of your life. Yeah.
And I'm not sure you forget me except the tattoo is gone.
Yeah.
You get? And even if I'm not there anymore and you are alive, the tattoo is alive on you. You always remember, oh, that guy, Frankie, he did my tattoo. Oh, yeah. So you get? So you just have to be sure what you want 100%, and that's it.
That's impressive. Like, you actually do turn people away if they don't seem ready.
Yeah. Some people don't like me for that, but it's cool.
I think it's
Some people
very
appreciate
valid.
that.
Yeah, because,
So-
Charlie, it's like there for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I think that's how it has to be. I saw I visited a studio the other day and I saw you.
Hey, what were you doing there?
Don't worry
Inside
about
joke, eh?
about what I was doing there. Don't worry.
Okay.
So yeah, I saw you also do piercings. So
Yeah.
are you the one who does it or someone else in the studio does it?
Yeah, I'm the same person that does piercings.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's just like something I have on the side.
Inside, yeah.
But it's not like my thing.
Your main
Yeah,
thing. The main thing is the
is
tattoo.
the
Just
tattoos.
tattoos, yes.
Okay, nice. Yeah, and I mean, I guess the difference with piercings, you can always take the piercing out.
Yeah,
Always.
too close,
And
yeah.
The thing will heal.
We heal,
anytime.
yeah. So I think that's easier for people to get. It's like tattoos. Because me, I've thought about it before. I'm not saying I'm thinking about it now, but I've thought about it before. And just in case my mother is watching, Mama, please. Please.
Should be proud of you.
Mami, please, he's going to do it. He
No,
said he's going to
and
do
I've
it. He
changed.
told me
I've changed.
before Frankie came. He said,
wanted to
I
do it, but
will
not
do
do
it.
again. Anyway, so I've thought about it before, but it's like that thought of it's permanent. Like that always comes to mind. It's like, what if I don't like? I wake up the next
One
day
day
and I
you
don't
don't
like
like
it.
it.
You know, like what will I do? Like that's the type of thing that goes through lots of people's minds.
Yeah.
Before they get, and also I also just didn't know what to get. I just wanted it out to buy.
You can write my name.
Hey, I beg.
I feel like it's very valid.
I'll do it for free.
You see, just look at that.
I'll do it for
Never ever. I'll never write anybody.
I know, but I'm not anybody. I'm Afi.
No,
And we
Afi.
have like stay by plan together. Even if we we have
Never.
36 plus episodes together. It's enough reason to tattoo my name.
Sorry.
Right? That's family right there.
Right.
You know?
My mother, respect my mother respectfully. Even my mother, I wanna write anything. Before I can write
Come and write
anything.
me.
I wanna write anybody's. If I'm getting tattoos, nobody's name.
Have you been writing people's boyfriends and girlfriends and things?
Yeah,
People
I
come
do
and
that
do
a lot.
those things.
Yeah, and there's a frame in the
studio
studio
that says
that
that.
says writing your partner's name or your blah 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 does not promise eternal love.
Yeah.
And that thing is true.
Yes.
They will break your heart the
Yes.
moment you enter the tattoo shop to
Yes.
tattoo their name.
Fact, I think so. It's almost automatic.
It's automatic. It's better not to get it done and save your
Mental,
whatever
Charlie.
Yeah.
relationship.
So
you
do
have
people also
thing
come back
done.
and like they've had someone's name, they want you to cover it or change
Yeah.
it?
Like,
Change it.
I'll be so
I've-
shy. Yeah, like if I go to Frankie's place and I write someone's name, I come back again. I'm like, oh, Frank, can you cover this? I'll be so shy.
I've had someone tattoo whoever it is. I'm not talking about you, but I'm just talking about the tattoo. I've had someone tattooed Alex, and 2 weeks later
Just 2
ask
weeks.
if we can change the Alex to Abena.
No. Wait,
So they'll make the LB and then the X. They have to
How,
change
how
the X
is
to
it
N.
possible to even make the LB and
There's
an
no
X?
space. It's true.
No space you get. How do you want to change the X to an N?
You do the X is
Wait,
like
wait,
this, so
wait.
you do it like this.
So the
How? You
Abena is it like another girl?
No, maybe like my mother is
maybe
called
like his
Abina,
mother,
for
okay.
example. So I want to change
You
it from
get?
Alex.
So, I don't even understand. That's why you tell people and
Yeah, I
They'll
think
change it now. They want
it's
to
just
do
a bad
it.
idea to get
you know,
people's
we human
names.
beings, we are stubborn, but we like it like that.
Yeah. So then, like, is it lucrative?
crazy.
Like, is this business? Do you think you're making good money? Like, because stay by plan, we want to know, Charlie.
Stay by plan, Accra.
And then, like, sourcing. I know, like, do you source your stuff from here or outside? And like, just what's the logistics like for your business? What you can share, obviously.
So for me, like minimum rate to get a tattoo from me is about 500 cedis. That's a lot of money for some people. You get
Yeah.
based on the way Accra is built, and you know, but there are some people that can actually afford it, and those are my target. Get, and also the bad thing about this whole business in Africa is that the equipment, the supply, we can't get any of them down here.
Yeah.
So every time you just have to look for something to add up to your inventory. You just have to fall back to Amazon, or you have to go back to a website that has it and all that. So you're paying money in dollars or in pounds or in euros to get some things to come to your shop, so you can actually give people quality tattoos.
Yeah.
And then when it comes back here and you have to charge people for the
Charging
price,
CDs.
they start telling you, oh, it's too expensive, but you don't know how much time I spend on my iPad to look for what I have to add up to my inventory to give you a nice tattoo. You get? So it's lucrative, no complaint, but it's a lot of investment as well going in for supply. Judging from where we are, our geographical location. So actually I can't complain.
Okay. Is there any have you tattooed any famous person that you can disclose? Maybe they've already posted and written like tattoo by you, so obviously then you can disclose.
Famous. I have a couple of people
That they've openly disclosed, so that when you see it here, they'll not come and sue us. We don't have money.
Maybe they tell people, and I know they do actually. But shout outs to Kiddy. That guy's a very, 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 very supportive celebrity. Like,
Oh, nice.
He got a couple of tattoos from me, and I started with him back in 2019, I think, But that guy actually speaks good of me everywhere he goes.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
respect
So
him so much for
sometimes
that.
people come and they're like, they heard about you from Kiddy.
Yeah. People tell me that they send me messages. They tell me, and the list goes on. I have a couple of people as well.
Hey, please, we beg.
And
At least
so
Kiddy, he's
I
kind of like a friend of the podcast. So if any trouble, we can go and beg links. Maybe you come and say somebody else who gets into trouble. We say, oh, please, we are sorry.
So I have a question. So you were talking about we talked about henna earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
I know some people are allergic to henna.
A lot.
Yeah. And I don't know how it is with tattoo ink, but I'm sure some people may also be allergic to.
Have you heard that before?
Yeah. Do you ever meet people who are like allergic to tattoo ink? So you have to use
pigments.
a different type.
Yeah. So the thing is, the pigment itself that they make they use to make the tattoo. It has some small things in it like that can actually cause some skin reaction. I think some last year, I think in Europe and some other part of the world, they're trying to get a couple of colors out of the business. Why? Because they found out that it can actually cause some cancer on you and stuff like that. That's red, blue, green, and all that. So if you're planning to get a tattoo in Germany or maybe Belgium, anywhere like that, those colors are not like
You can't use those colors.
Yeah, so you can just stick to black. Yeah, so but some people actually react to the tattoo ink as well. So you can actually tell from the start. So you can do a dot and you can see the way the skin reacts to it, and you can actually tell the client genuinely, just please, you don't have to do this. Your skin will react to this based on that. So they just need to understand.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay. Nice. So what about like taking, because like you said, some people may react to it. So if they say you do a tattoo and they go back and they've reacted, or they go back and say they don't like it, like, do you have to take like legal measures, sign this document, sign this contract, so that you can't come and stress me later on?
Yeah. Every time.
Okay, so what's the process? Let me back up. What's the process of getting a tattoo from you? If I want to get a tattoo from you, what should I do?
Tell me what you want. I want a star that has a big afro.
Okay.
Yeah, this big, this small. I want the placement here. So I give you a quote, and if you're okay with my pricing and we both agree, most people want to know how much time it will take them and all that. And I start to make a design and that. But then when you come back to the studio, there's a consent form. That's back to Zuu, the question you asked. So there's a consent form. In that consent form, I think I have like maybe 14 to 15 the restrictions or blah 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 things.
Terms and conditions that you need to read.
You need to know about and sign as well.
Yeah.
If you're pregnant, I don't want to tattoo you. So you don't give birth and tell me that your baby has a spot on the back because of the tattoo.
Like half of the tattoo be on the baby.
So
Like,
you get, if you're
I'm so sorry, guys. I don't even know.
Yeah, so yeah, before you come and tell me my baby just came out and she has a big B on her back, I'm like, yo, that's a baby B. So,
It's a birthmark.
it's a birthmark. And also,
my
I don't want
God.
to tattoo you when you're drunk. Because 100% of the time when you come to the tattoo shop drunk, you are not aware of what you're going to get yourself into.
Yeah.
And secondly, there will be a series of rude attitude and action from whoever it is that is drunk in the studio at that time. And also you need to understand what you're doing. You are aware that that's the design you're bringing to me, and it's not me that chose it for you, or however be it, we both agreed, and that's what I want.
I think that's very important.
Yeah, so we always have a waiver in the studio that you can just take sign. And plus, if you're not 18 plus, like, don't even think of it. You can come with your folks and I'll accept that.
Yeah. But even that, they have to show proof of being your folks, right?
Even if they are just a guardian.
I mean, like, there has to be some whatever to back that.
At least they have to show concern that they care for you.
Yeah.
I have some people that come, like, they are 15 and stuff like that, but they come with an older person.
So then both of them will have to sign then. Like them and then the older person will sign.
for
And
them.
the older person will sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but you can just tell from the chemistry
Whether
they are related or they are just like friends faking for things like that. Yeah. So.
Has anyone ever come?
Have you ever had drama in your studio? Yeah. Like somebody has come back and it's like, why did you do that? Like, have you had any drama before? Mad drama.
Like come back to ask me why the tattoo is bad?
Anything,
or
like any
just,
mad drama. Like this one is like, hey.
Yeah, I've had drama, but I always have a cool way of taking care of that. I've had some impatient people come to the studio and want like rapid response and attention and taking care of, like when you're in the middle of a session and stuff like that. But we just talk to each other, and if you're not understanding, I can just open the door for you and you bounce.
Yeah.
You get, because myself, like, I lose my patience a lot when things are actually not going the way I want it. So I try to keep cool, and when I see things like that, I try my best to push it out of the studio, so you don't push me to the point where I have to break loose. Yeah. So plus there's a bat in the back of my locker.
Hey, relax.
No, that's just a distraction.
No, but you need.
Is that what you were coming to ask, Zuu? Because I kind of catch you, so I want to be sure that's what you're coming to ask. Then please ask.
I was going to say.
You see, guys, I'm being super nice to Zuu now. Like, I've changed.
I was going to say, has anyone ever brought like a tattoo design or idea? You're like, in your mind, you're like, oh, what kind of rubbish is this? Why would you do this?
Really annoying. I'm a bad person.
On your body,
like this is ridiculous.
Like,
but you can't actually advise people.
Yeah, but like in your mind, like you're like,
in your mind,
in your mind, have you seen some things you're like, this is stupid?
I've seen some things. Yes, for some ungodly reasons, they just bring some designs to you and tell you to place it in some weirdly looking places like that. But in your head, you know that it's not appropriate. And you can't tell them that it's not appropriate because you will feel
That's
bad.
what they want,
Definitely,
yeah.
So
I wish you could give one example. What if he gives one example and the person watching be like,
The person
wow, so you really thought my heart in my armpit was stupid.
you were smiling.
Why would you think a heart in the armpit? My God.
Why has that really happened?
No. But it's on some way. Heart in the armpit. Jesus Christ. First of all, the pain is crazy in the armpit.
Yeah, I heard the armpit is very painful.
Yeah, ticklish as well. And
has anyone asked for
tattooing the armpit yet?
No, I'm not trying.
Then I'll do my armpits.
Maybe someone is just thinking of that now.
I'll come and do a heart in my armpits.
Oh, that's insane. Put a little red in it.
Right?
Yeah. So just when
I raise my hand up in church, they'll be like, hey.
That's true,
Yeah, so I mean we're about to wrap up, but before we wrap up, do you know other people in your field, like in Ghana? Do you think your field is like concentrated or just like a few other people doing the same thing you're doing?
Yeah, I know a couple of people that do tattoos here as well. But I don't know what drives their passion, where they are aiming to get at, and what they plan for themselves. But I know they are doing tattoos. I know of some guys that are doing really nice tattoos, and I know some people that are doing some shit, but
This was who likes so. This was who likes so Zuu.
Why did you kill me?
Because he said it so casually. I actually missed it.
Like casual.
I actually missed it. When he started laughing, I heard it. I was like, that's...
But I think sometimes there are some good stuffs and there are some
Yeah.
some stuffs as well.
Yeah.
That's it, you know.
Right. I'm there. Cool.
Oh no, it was true. It's fact.
Very
It's fact.
true.
It's
up to
fact.
you to decide what you want.
Yeah.
Do you do home service?
Yeah, I used to before setting up our studio. I used to do that a lot. I used to travel a lot. My God, with my bench, my equipment.
Oh, Charlie.
Gosh, yes. I have a foldable bench. It's not like it's not
foldable.
the heavy duty bench like I have now in the studio.
Yeah.
I used to travel cross borders at the airport. You see me in my black suitcases and all that.
Yeah, then they'll be really asking you questions at the port.
A lot of people at the borders of Nigeria, Togo, and that.
They really ask.
They know me. So
And now they know you.
yeah, sometimes at the airport too in Nigeria, they ask me, what are you carrying? So I have to.
Now open and explain.
Yeah, so since I got the studio, it's more like I don't have interest for doing stuff like that anymore because I'm trying to drive traffic to the studio.
Yeah.
But to get to a time, I'll resume again, but in a different way, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nigeria people did. Last time I went to the airport, I was holding a duty-free bag. And then one of the people told me that duty-free in Ghana is not duty-free in Nigeria. So I should pay. I said, hey!
That money now for make person hold something for your hand.
Anyway, that's exactly what they say. Hey! Anyway.
All right.
Charlie, I mean, is there anything else you have to say? Anything you want to say to your fans and followers?
My
And
fans, no. I don't even know if I have fans.
oh,
but
you have
yeah,
fans.
no,
If you are here, you have fans.
But yeah, to my clients, my canvases, thank you very much for choosing me to tattoo you. I really love you guys from the bottom of my heart.
Aw.
And for my new friends, Stay by Planet.
Yeah.
Stay by
Hey, Planet, hey.
yeah, Stay by Planet.
Anyway.
You guys were thinking of a name, right? To call your people, right?
So that's worldwide.
Stay by Planners or so.
Yeah, Stay by Plan.
So Stay by Planet is like global.
The whole world.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough.
But a big thank you to my new friends.
Yeah.
Stay by Plan,
Yeah.
Accra. Yeah, it was really good to have me here.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun, right?
Yeah. Zoo, come and get ink soon.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll try.
you should definitely. And you're tattooing her name. It's
Yes,
free.
free. Why are you laughing, Zoo? It's very valid.
Oh God.
Okay, you can just write A.
Big A.
What the Amy?
Afi.
No.
But it's also an A now. Like you smashed an exam or something.
Yeah, it can be anything. A plus.
Plus. I'm dead. But yeah, real quick before we finish, rapid fire.
Yeah.
So like, we'll say a word or a sentence or something. You just say the first thing that comes to mind. I'll say one after you say one.
Yeah, I
So
don't have anything.
think-
Okay.
I have one in mind. So I'll say something. The first thing that comes to mind.
So, for example, give him an example.
For example, if you say podcast, what would you say?
Radio.
Okay, that's fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's
I
a
expected
good
you to
one,
say
yeah.
Stay by Plan.
Stay by Plan.
Yeah. that's the only rapid fire that has like a correct answer.
Okay.
But like, yeah, exactly
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah. Okay. So mine is Mike Tyson's tattoo.
Greatness.
His tattoo.
Mike Tyson's tattoo.
Yeah, the one on his face.
Not the tattoo itself, but the one on his face.
Yeah, you know the one on his face. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, the tribal on his
Yeah.
face. What should I say to that though? Hard guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, why would you tattoo your face?
Have you done a
First
face
of all.
tattoo before?
Yeah, a couple of times, but I don't really like it because the skin is very thin and you have to be very delicate. It's more like, you see, you have to float and you're actually worried about the
So
guy
like it's a
as well.
skill, right? It's a skill.
Yeah.
Before we
100%.
came on the before we started recording, I was asking Frankie about like a tattoo he did for someone I know, and that like was the person bleeding a lot, and he was like, "Oh, why you looking at me like that?"
I'm just listening to what you're saying.
He was like, "Oh, the person wasn't bleeding too much, and that if you are doing a tattoo for someone and there's too much blood, that means you are going
You're
in too deep.
Yeah, you're
So that
breaking
means
the,
there's like
the skin tissue.
so there's like a skill that you need to learn, but you're self-taught.
Yeah, self-taught.
But then you learned all these things. So like if you go to a tattoo place and then there's too much blood, like it's like error. And then sorry, we didn't even talk about like aftercare and stuff. I know that we're playing rapid fire, but like let's just like
Aftercare.
how do people take care of their tattoos and stuff? I've heard a lot about you that Charlie, you DA. If I get a tattoo from you, I'm safe.
Yeah, the best place.
Apparently you're safe though. All day. Yeah, so aftercare, there are the right ointments in the market that can actually help your tattoos to heal best, to avoid itching, to avoid decoloration as well. And most importantly, considering the weather in Africa, you get there are just some little things you need to avoid, like anything that will make you sweat or get uncomfortable on that part of the skin where the tattoo is.
Yeah.
You know.
And how long does it take for tattoos to heal? I feel like, because I have piercings take like a while to heal.
Okay,
But like, how long does it take to heal? How long? Like, piercings can take like a month to 3 months.
Yeah.
So how long to
So for tattoos,
So what's that smell?
Oh, man, I'm just
How long do tattoos take? Does it take a while?
yeah, it depends on people actually. Some people are very good at healing. Some people can heal in like a week. Some people can heal in a couple of days. But
So I hate stupid things. We are having a podcast. Why are you fooling?
I'm sorry.
Okay, some people heal in like a week.
in a week, yeah, some people heal like some. What is happening? I'm lost. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
are you guys okay now?
Do you know why he's laughing?
Why?
Because
Really?
okay. Yeah. Okay. Some people heal in like a week, and then some people
Yeah,
was
some
it?
people heal like 2 weeks, but maximum the first stage of healing is about 30 days, a month. But that doesn't guarantee that the tattoo is completely healed after a month, because you have up to like 8 months to a year for the pigment to settle completely under your skin. Yeah, that's why in some cases, if you Google online, they'll tell you 12 months.
So you just have to keep on with the ointments or whatever for like a long time.
You can just keep up with the ointment for at least 2 months, and you can leave the tattoo to just naturally heal.
But
on
you
the
just don't have
skin.
to be like touching it and scratching it and doing all those
Yeah.
kind of weird stuff.
So those things actually make the tattoo not look cool and stuff like that.
That's nice. Okay, second rapid fire question. I don't know what to ask Zuu, so you do it.
Hey, if you can't think of one, you can just move on.
I can't. Let me see. Rapid fire. I can't think of anything. Zuu.
Favorite clients.
Favorite client.
Can I skip that?
Yeah.
I have a reason why. Yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
I would have said someone, but yeah.
Okay, favorite place to tattoo.
Favorite place to
like
tattoo.
body parts.
Yeah,
The back.
back.
All day, just give me your back. Sleep on my bench. My God, let's have fun. Just sleep on my bench.
Is it
let's
because
have
it's like
fun.
a very big
It's
canvas,
very,
flat?
It's very flat, and not only that, but you're 100% guaranteed that this person is always going to have a dress on for the first few days of the tattoo, and all their life they'll always have a dress covering the tattoo.
So there'll be no problem.
Yeah, the sun will do nothing to the tattoo.
The
person
sun
cannot-
fades
yeah.
the tattoo.
Yeah, the person cannot touch their back and start scratching it. They can't call you and be like, please help me scratch my back. Why? Because you'll be bored to want to do something like that for them. Okay? And
Yeah, that makes sense.
And overall, like the tattoo will be sweet.
Nice. Okay, sorry. Worst place.
Worst place. Forehead. Forehead.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he did mention that the face has very
Yeah.
thin skin and all that.
Yeah. So and then, is there any song you've been listening to that you want people to go and check out?
Vibe
Any
too.
song you're feeling?
Any song I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Man, music is everything though.
Yeah.
Me, at the moment,
Any song at all.
I don't know. But my all-time favorite though, Burna Boy, I Like to Party.
Oh yeah. Timeless. Timeless.
I like to
All-time
party.
favorite. Even
Just
in my
somebody.
sleep, I'll bump to that song.
Yeah. Nice.
That's cool.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So
and then
thank
of course
you.
the last thing
Oh,
is
who
there
you-
anyone
you
that
like, we've not been asking.
it's cool. We'll just use one.
Says good.
Is there anyone that you would like to hear on the podcast? Anyone at all? And we'll try and get them.
Yes.
Cool.
I hope you guys can bring. Yeah, put King Promise on this podcast.
Oh, Kim
Okay.
promise.
Put him on the podcast.
Okay,
I
we
think
hope
he's a very
so.
interesting guy.
Okay.
We hope he can make time
Alright,
for us.
alright.
Yes. What great.
So yeah.
We'll try and get.
Gregory. I think his first name is Gregory.
Yeah.
Gregory, please. We are looking for you for a podcast.
Yeah, Gregory.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. Nice.
put him on.
So yeah.
Thank
That's
you so
it.
much.
Thank you
This
for
was, I
coming.
think, super interesting. So if you'd
Guys.
like to follow Frankie on Instagram, his Instagram handle is
Frankie Spears, FrankieSpez, all spelled together.
yes. And in his bio.
Or you can just go to 14.10.studio and just follow up and enjoy some magic.
Okay. Thank you so much.
We'll put all the links in the
Description
show
box.
notes, the
so-
description. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for listening.
Appreciate
To stay by plan.
Stay by plan.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Stay by Plan.
This episode was recorded, produced, and edited by There Is No Studio.
Yes, that's the name. There's no studio. And thank you to the team, Nikita, Nams Photography, and Elizato.
Elizato. And the opening song was produced by Lil Kwaw.